Hello, this is Jeff Cantrell, and this is a presentation of my website for EdTech 665 in the summer of 2014 at Ball State University. Um, the purpose of this particular website is to help students become more familiar with conducting online or interactive research and use the materials efficiently and appropriately to create social studies presentations for the class. Therefore, the actual learning objectives is to improve digital media fluency of the students by offering the instruction into methods of conducting effective digital research and provide access to ideas on how and when to use and how and when to create high quality classroom presentations using tools and content found in interactive digital environments. After completing the review activity, which is really what the classroom portion of this website will be, then the students should be able to determine the authenticity or credibility of sources found in digital environments. They should also be able to incorporate information gleaned from online sources into research presentations through synthesizing, summarizing, and paraphrasing. They should be able to find and use information and tools accessed through interactive digital environments efficiently and effectively. They should also be able to determine the appropriate means with which to present data and to determine the best tools to use given a variety from which to choose. And finally, they should be able to use digitally acquired images, sounds, and video in order to create unique yet appropriate classroom presentations. And for our purposes, is specific to the social studies. As far as the actual website goes, we should go ahead and explore that. Of course, this is the home page. And the home page, you can see at the very top you have a banner across the top that has the first few pages to access. And then there's a small narrative that I've written. There's information for teachers that cover some of the information I just gave in this introduction. And you can click there and come up with a PDF file, which is the same as the introduction narrative on the home page. How the website is intended to be used for educators, which I'll go over in a moment. The standards that are addressed by using the website, either with specific to the social studies or with the ISTE standards as well, and a Prezi about me, which I'll get to in a sample section where we talk about Prezi somewhat. You'll see over here to the left side, then there is a little survey to be completed after students or users have used the actual site itself. And they can submit that, and I'll get that by the responses via email, which will help me to continue to improve the site. So the first tab is online research. And in that tab, you'll see that all of the pages throughout the site are oriented the same way for consistency, and they each continue to go ahead, or they repeat the name of the actual page here. There's an image that's related to that, and then there are video tutorials or resources off to the right. Okay, and then off to the left are helpful websites, okay, which also have links. And there are short descriptions on what each of these links might do for you. At the very bottom of each page, in the same area, are the sources used for the information that's presented on that page. In this case, we're talking about research, online research. So the Purdue Online Writing Laboratory page is a resource that students can click on. Also, a search engine for students, and help with planning research and evaluating search results. And then all about plagiarism. This site here would link you to a site that's all about plagiarism, which is something that high school students do need to become pretty intimately familiar with. Okay. Over on the right-hand side, the specific tutorials or YouTube videos related to this topic are what high school teachers should be teaching students as they go on to post-secondary education. Okay, and another support page for effective online searches, and then we've got some university students that are early in their university career that are telling high school students what they've learned, what they really should have been picking up in high school to make the transition to college easier when it comes to presentations and to research. So that's the research page. The next tab is working with images. And the working with images page, again, as I pointed out, the arrangement of the page is the same to keep things consistent. And over here on the left side, again, you've got this image that I put up here, a small narrative explaining what's on this page. Over here on the left are the helpful websites. And again, first one here is about accessing, well, actually about the copyright protections and fair use of online materials. And then a handy tool by Google, the search by image tool, that can actually tell you, or you can take an image and find out all kinds of background information, where the image came from, and so on. And a great tutorial by Microsoft. It's almost all things about digital images here at this site right here. Again, the sources are listed down here. Google Images, again, there's a tutorial, a very brief explanation of them for a YouTube video over here. Again, talking about fair use images on this video. And again, how to go ahead and find images on the internet that are appropriate for these kind of presentations. The next tab over would be audio and video, and it follows the same idea. You've got this narrative here, and then there are actually several tutorials here, or explanations, or YouTube videos, and they're all about podcasts. The first one is the general overview about the purpose and how to go about creating a podcast for students. Then the next four are approximately an hour's worth of discussion from teachers about how to integrate podcasting into classrooms. So over here on the left-hand side, again, you've got helpful websites, how to find appropriate digital resources online. University of Illinois has a great list of various different sources by topic that you can access. Audacity is a great tool for audio, to use audio, but it can be kind of complicated, so therefore there's a tutorial website through lynda.com. Windows Movie Maker, another great tool for creating and sharing video and audio, actually. And then adding a YouTube to your website, and that's specific to the Weebly website creator for that, but it would work for, it works, the same idea works for any website creator, Wix as well. So that's that tab there. Then if you go to more, then you have several more here, and now what happens with the website, it actually transitions. It transitions going from using online research, working with images, online video, to actual presentation styles. Okay, you've got creating posters, which is the lengthiest part of it, right here, because we've got that sample Prezi, which is my introduction to this class, actually. We've also got a sample infographic that I also created for this class. And then why infographics are so important. 10 different tools you can use, which would include Infogram and Easily, which are also listed down here. My PowerPoint, we don't want to forget, is also a great visual tool, and using Excel to create charts and graphs. As always, over here on the right hand side, Yeah, you've got different video tutorials explaining, again, how to do a Blogster, how to do a Prezi, how to do infogram. So that would be that section there. You would have the same down here on using comics. And again, access to different comic makers over here, how to use them over here. Digital storytelling is a big part of that. That shows up again later as well in the publishing portion down here. Developing webcast is going to be the same. It also connects you with Trackstar, which is a nice tool for a webcast. And then there's like the section that was on podcast. There's 4 different tutorial videos on WebQuesting here. Organizers concept maps, great tools to use for social studies, especially. And using Poplet is a great interactive tool. As are, of course, Dipity for timelines. And then there are several printable organizers that I've linked up to here. Okay, and the sample VIN is another one that I've created for this class. I went ahead and used it for students to use. There's also a learning tutorial about how to actually just use Word and create your own like concept map. Finally, how to publish would be kind of like making this Weebly website. There is a tutorial for Weebly and also the pros and cons of Wix, plus 2 videos about Google Drive and Google Docs, because there are other ways to share things after students have created them. And then I also include Digital Storytelling, which is a great site that has all kinds of examples and how to do that. And then finally, Microsoft Publisher. So that is my website. And as far as the process for using this, the actual plan here is for students to use this for actually most of a school year, or at least a semester. But I would use approximately half of 3 50-minute periods, 25 minutes each day, to introduce the site to students and to do some practice with it. So the first day, I would just go over the online research portion to go ahead and expose the students to the importance of of effective and efficient research and the pitfalls of plagiarism, and go over the a little bit of these videos like this "Take It From Us" video, and then I let the students explore that a little bit, about 25 minutes. The second 50-minute period, I'd go over the working with images part and the audio and video, because they're generally, though the images, audio, and video are going to be a part of most digital creations that students are going to make whenever they've done research and then they go about creating their presentations, then I'd spend about 25 minutes just perusing these and discussing with these with the students, and perhaps asking them to find an image they're interested in and download it and play with it a little bit with some of the software. And then the last 25 minutes, I'd go over just a little bit each of these sections here on ideas on how to present material. And then, of course, I'd give them time to explore it on their own. And then my hope would be this would be a resource that they would continually return to throughout the year, because I actually do 4 research project presentations. They're monthly, and so there's 4 in each semester, 8 throughout the school year. And I've always seen students improve dramatically from the first one to the 4th one for each semester, or if they're with me for a year to the 8th one. And I think this website will help them to even improve more than they have without it. And that is really my project. I know I've gone significantly past the 5 minutes, and I do hope this will upload despite being 15 minutes long. So I hope this explained it adequately, and thank you for your attention if you're still with me at this point. By the way, I do have an email link as well on the website. So thank you.